Hello friends, welcome to the Power BI tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will see how we create the slicer in Power BI and what is the use of the slicer in the Power BI. So basically this slicer is a very interactive and very useful feature is available in the Power BI that is used to make our reports or the chart very interactive and very useful. Like if we want to filter the data, then it is very useful and it's very interactive also. Like we will see in a bit like how it is very useful to filter the data. So that is the only agenda, like how we create the slicer in the Power BI. So let's go to the Power BI desktop application. So in this desktop application, what I will do, I will take a chart, column chart. I am going to take in this column chart. What I am going to take, I'm showing the data of the product, and based on that I'm showing the like sales price. And apart from this, I'm going to take the slicer. So here is the slicer sign. So when I click on this, we will find like this, and in this slicer basically I will take the product. So let's click on this, and here I'm going to take the product. And what I will do, I will increase the size because it's showing very small. So go on the view, and here you are looking the drop down and customize current theme, and from here we can increase the size. So let's increase it to 15, so it will apply to this page and we can see it properly. So slicer is a look like in this way, like it is showing all the product name here, and when I click on any product, based on that it will filter the data inside this. So let's get rid of this also. And yeah, so now like here let's take okay, let it be. Okay, now like the slicer is look like in this way. Now if I will click on any of the product, let's click on this product, so the respective product is showing. If I will click on any other product, it will show that product information. So suppose if you want to select the multiple product, then we have to use control and then select any filter like any product, then it will show same, and control and any if you will show. So based on that it will show the data. So basically this slicer is an interactive feature to filter the data based on our requirement. So in this way it is very useful, and it contain like we can put this slicer over the text, date, numbers. So these are the things like we can utilize, and we will see in a bit like how we use this slicer for the numbers and the date. So currently we are looking this slicer for the text. So in this way we use the slicer. So it contains some format, like every property or every chart whatever we use, every chart contains some format. So let's go to here, and here what I want to see, like currently what we were using, when we click on control then select, then it was selecting the multiple product. But I want like, and might be end user don't know, like we have to click on the control then only we have to select the multiple values. So without that what you can do, like here selection control you are looking, so just click on this, and here it is saying like multi select with control, we have to make it off. So once we'll make it off, it will come as a checkbox type. So you can click on the multiples without click on the control, like without holding the control key we can select the multiple values from here. So that is the another format, and an interesting format given in the slicer. And apart from this, like some common things like headers and all this title, if you want to show, like I have on the title, so it will show the title, background color and borders. So these are the some common things in the general, like what the position you want. So these are the common fields which is comes, and in the item if you want to increase, and like font color if you want like in the this color. So in that way, so you what you can do when you try in your system, you can like play around all the format, like what format work in which way. And apart from this, like currently we are looking here, this slicer is taking too much time. So what we can do, just here one arrow sign you are looking, when you click on this we can show this data using the drop down. So when I click on this drop down, we will see there is a one default text came all, and when this it is showing as a drop down. So when I click on this drop down we can see, and based on that it will filter the data. So that also we can do like if we want to use this like as a filter, and if you want to get rid of this selection, then what you can do, you can click on this clear selection. Here you can click, we will get rid of all the selection and we'll take it as a list. So these all are the property. Now there is another property, like currently it is showing as a vertical, but I want to show this full data as a horizontal way. Then what we can do here, we can see like from here there is a one format we can do for that as well. So for make it as a horizontal, what you can do, just go to the general, and from here we can see the orientation is currently it is showing as a vertical. So what you can do, you just make it as a horizontal, like I have clicked, so it is showing as a horizontal way. And if you will like let's take it at top, and if I will expand a little, so it will show the data in this way, and let's take it little up. So it is showing in this way, and what I will do, I will take this also. Now let's make it little good. So what I can do, like now we have get rid of that control and the select. Now we have that we have removed the selecting that control keyword. What we can do, just I will click on this val o, and like we can see the two records here, and similar to that, like if I will click on any other product, based on that it will show the data, and the selected field will be black out, and obviously we can change those property as well, like as we need it. So this is the, that's why this slicer is very important feature or the graph in the visualization way into the Power BI. And so currently like we are using this as a currently we are using it as a text. Now suppose I want to use this slicer for the number, then how we will use this number? So what I will do, instead of taking the product here, I will take the sales price. I will take the sales price. So once I take the sales price, so what I will do here, so what I will do here, I will get rid of this product from here and sales price, and here instead of this, what I will do, let's get rid of, I will make a new one. So let's take click here, one slicer I have taken, and here I will take the sales price. So let's take the sales price. So this basically sales it didn't come, let's take it again. So sales price is will look like in this way, like it will not do any other formatting over this. So sales price, it look like this. So what it is showing, it is showing a range type, like we see any e-commerce website, then we see there like in between what range size you want to looking for the data. So for those it's similar to that, like what kind of the data in which range you want to see the data. So currently we are showing this data is a product and the profit. Now instead of the profit, what I will do here, I will get rid of the sales price. Here I will take I will take the sales price here. So based on the sales price it is showing. Now what I can do, I instead of this, I want the sales price in between, like anything number like between 205 to 350, and instead of 350 like 205 to 252. So like there is no data in between this, that's why it is not showing any record. Now I will increase a little, like so we can see how much record it is showing. So in this way it is very useful, like if we will increase this one, so based on that it is filtering our data. So that is the number slicer we can utilize. And apart from this number slicer, like obviously we can do clear selection from here, like let's click. And apart from this, like if you want, like here it is currently showing as a between, because we are selecting in between, and obviously we can change the number from here. In 350 we can do 250 also, and we will select, it will automatically filter it out. And now it is showing as a in between. Now if I will click as a list, then it will show the data as a list. Like currently we can see here it is showing the data as a list. So what I will do, I'll take it into this side, and here I will take it in this way, and I will expand this so we can see all the numbers. So currently it is showing the data in between the list. So from here also we can select, like what all the type we want. So currently we are not able to select multiple, because for this one format that like if we will go and like here selection controller controls, we are not make it off like multi select with control. So let's off it and let's select. So in between it is showing the data. So that is the one more thing. And another, if we want to show the drop down as the text controller, like if we select the drop down, it will show the all, and based on that it will show the numbers. And apart from this, they are less than or equal to. So these all property we have seen while doing the like filter on the visualization way, like filter on this page and filter on all page, and filter on the visualization. So when we were doing those things, so we have seen these things, like what is that, less than or equal to. So here when we select less than or equal to, the lesser the value will be the disabled. So like it will be like less than like 350 or equal to 350. So it will be in that way it will works. So it is showing the data. And same go to just opposite to this, like greater than or equal to, it will go to just opposite that. So this work in that way. And like this was the number slicer. Now instead of taking this number slicer, let's get rid of, and what I will do, I will take new slicer here, and here instead of taking the number slicer, what I will do, I'll take the date slicer. So date slicer is also look like this. So like any e-commerce site, when we go in those side, we see like what in the you want to see the data as a newly arrived, or it's a old data, or the range which you want to see the data. So we obviously we can give the range in between that we want the data. So, and for this also there are some different formatting, like here like before, and like between, after, drop down. So all these things we can see here. So in the all drop down it is showing the Sunday, and that full date it is showing. So in that way it is showing the data. And apart from this, like we are looking here relative time and relative date. So like that is also similar to, like we have seen this thing also into the like when we were working on the filter using the date. Like these relative time and relative date came in the latest version of the Power BI. You will not see in the older version. So what it says, like this, like relative date, what it says in the last two, like if I write in last two days, how much is the like sales price. So when I'll select on this, there is no current, there is not showing any data, because the range is between 2020. But like let's get rid of this clear selection you do, and we are looking like here data is between 2000 like 16 or 7, like 14 data we are having. So what I will do, last 6 years if I will select, we will see the data, because like in my Excel the data is for 2014 and 13. That's why we have selected here. So it is similar to that, like what kind of the data or the filter you want to give, the slicer is work in that way only. And here like currently it is showing with the date. And if you want the date hierarchy, obviously what we can do, just click here, and in this drop down you will see date hierarchy. So when we click on this date hierarchy, what we can see, like 2013, if I will expand it, we can see in the quarter way. And if I will click January and then the date, like for the 1st January, what is the data, based on that it will show. 2 January, what is the data, it will show. And for the whole January there is any data, for quarter 1 there is any data, and to 2013 there is any data. So based on that it will filter it out the data, and in that way, similar way, this slicer works. So the slicer work for the like text, number, date, and whatever the we want, in that way it filter it out over the data. So that's it about the slicer into this Power BI. So if you have any question and doubt related to the slicer, please comment. Thank you.